everyone, welcome back to a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where last time we played through the Banana Cup on 150cc, and today we'll be playing through the Leaf Cup on 150cc, and we're going to be using Wendy. We unlocked a new ATV last time. What did we unlock? We unlocked the Ink Striker, so we're going to use that today, and we are going to use the, let's use the Slim Tire. Actually, no, let's use the, the Slim Tires look better. So we'll use those, and we'll use the Parafoil Glider. Here are the stats. And once again, we're going to make sure that Smart Steering and Auto Acceleration are indeed disabled. And so without further ado, let's dive into the Leaf Cup on 150cc. Let's do this. So, if you recall from the last episode, the last thing we discussed was basically in the last episode we just basically talked about Apollo Justice. Certainly that was not an ideal way to start off the race, but it's fine. We can make it up later. Nope, you're not getting me with that banana. You got me with one banana before. You're not getting me with another banana. Anyway, nope, I see you trying to get me with these bananas. It's not going to work, and I think now you're out of bananas, because I hit one earlier, and then you just placed down two, so I think now you are out of bananas, which is good for me, because now I could try to hit you with this, but I don't think, more bananas, really? Alright, let's try this on for size. Let's see if I can do that. I don't think that was as successful as I wanted it to be. I think I might have placed that I got Wario with it, I think. But I didn't get the one I wanted to, which was Larry. Okay, let's try to use this mushroom in a shortcut right down here. If I can... Okay, that worked nicely. Cool. Okay, great. Anyway, so last time we discussed Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. So, in an effort to kind of tie that topic together with something I was talking about a couple episodes ago with the concept of superficiality... God damn it, I hit the banana. With the concept of superficiality in terms of entertainment and people's obsession with basically people judging the quality of content by the superficial elements and not the actual substantive elements such as the writing. Let me tie those things together with one more little superficial element that people love to jump to in terms of defending movies and games and everything, and that is review sites such as, and by the way here, I'm not talking about hack journalism sites like IGN. Who spread misinformation about video games, such as with Mario Golf Super Rush, or GameSpot, who are so inept that they can't beat games made for preschoolers, or Kotaku, who are so goddamn stupid that they fall for basic elementary level April Fool's jokes. No, I'm talking about, sites like Rotten Tomatoes or Metacritic, things that, take the aggregate, or not the we're not gonna talk about what just happened there. Not only did I trigger finger it, I trigger fingered it right before a shell was gonna hit me. Honestly, if I trigger fingered it as the red shell was coming after me, I wouldn't have even been that mad. I'd have been like, alright, so I messed up here, I should have saved this for later, but I didn't. But at least I used it to hit a shell, at least I didn't waste it on nothing. But no, I wasted it on midair, instead of at least wasting it on a different type of shell that wasn't a blue shell, so that's nice. Anyway, now I'm talking about, sites that take the aggregate score of a bunch of different people, such as Metacritic, or sites that take the percentage of what people say, like Rotten Tomatoes. So there's the setup for the topic of the video, and the next race we'll go into a little bit more detail about why I hate those sites and their, and why I think they're damaging to discourse and discussion about the quality of things in general. So I might have mentioned this in a previous episode of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe where I talked about Toy Story 4, because I know I've talked about Toy Story 4 at least twice before in this LP, but I don't know if I mentioned Rotten Tomatoes specifically, but even if I did, I will assume that those who are watching this video have not seen the previous episode, so I'll give a little brief refresher course for those who either don't know what I'm talking about or didn't see those episodes. So, Rotten Tomatoes is a site that a lot of people love to use in defense of movies. So, for instance, if you are criticizing a movie, and this actually happened with someone I was talking to when Avengers Endgame came out, and I was criticizing it, and someone said, "What? But the critics say it's great! Have you seen the Rotten Tomatoes score?" There's no faster way to piss me off than to say, "But the Rotten Tomatoes score, though!" Okay, so it pisses me off on two levels, right? So there's the first level, which is specific to Rotten Tomatoes, because the thing with Metacritic is that Metacritic is like actually an aggregate score in the sense that it just takes the average of what everyone individually rates for the individually rates the game or movie in question to be. Whereas what Rotten Tomatoes does is the percentage of whether or not a movie is considered to be, quote-unquote, I'm going to turn on Smart Zero Acceleration here for a second, I'm going to do air quotes, fresh. What it considers to be fresh is determined solely by whether or not the movie in question gets a 6 out of 10 or above. I am not exaggerating here. The only thing you have to do on Rotten Tomatoes is to get it. So basically, the Toy Story 4, because people say this all the time, people are like, oh, Toy Story 4 is so great. Have you seen the Rotten Tomatoes score? The Rotten Tomatoes score, I have it open on to my right now. Also, I'm going to get Larry in a second. I'm going to get him back for that show. Just you wait, friends. The Rotten Tomatoes score for Toy Story 4 is the critic score is 97% and the audience score is 94%. Now, here's the problem with that. You might think that like the way this site is crafted is to make you think upon seeing a high score such as 97% is to make you think, oh my god, 97% of people love this movie. Look at that shiny fresh tomato or that big full bucket of popcorn. Look at how cool it is. But what people fail to realize is that that's not how Rotten Tomatoes works. The way this garbage site works is that all it has to happen for a movie to be considered fresh is it is literally 100% possible that all 97% of the people that gave it a fresh rating rated it a 6 out of 10. Because a 6 out of 10 or above is all that's required to be considered a fresh movie. Which is why this system is just garbage from top to bottom. It's movies, it is entirely possible for a movie to have a 100% fresh tomato reading, and for all 100% of those people to have given the movie a 6 out of 10, but you never know the difference because all you see is that big percentage and the shiny fresh tomato and the full bucket of popcorn next to it. And it really, really pisses me off. So, you may be thinking to yourself, okay, so that's why Rotten Tomatoes sucks. But what about Metacritic? Metacritic doesn't do that. Metacritic just takes the average score of what everyone says. So that seems like a more fair judgment, or a fairer way to assess the quality of a movie, right? And comparatively speaking, yes. And if you are looking, because the thing is, if all you're looking to get out of these sites is what does the general population think about these movies, then I guess you can get something out of Metacritic, but you can't get anything. Like, you can't, if that's all you're looking for, you can at least kind of get that out of Metacritic, but you can't, because even then I would still say all you're seeing is a number. You can't see any, like, actual substantive criticisms or praises to why the movie is good or bad. You're just seeing a number. But if all you want to see is a number, then at least you'll actually get that out of Metacritic, whereas you won't get that out of, ooh, that's nice. Just took a nice little shortcut right there. You won't get that out of Rotten Tomatoes. But fine, let's disregard that for a second, because even if we were to accept the idea that Metacritic is a great way to determine the quality of, sorry, no. What we can accept is the idea that Metacritic is a great way to determine the popularity, or like what the general population thinks about a movie in terms of strictly thumbs up, thumbs down kind of thing, right? But I don't even accept that as a metric for judging the quality of movies, because that is nothing more than an appeal to popularity fallacy. I mean, just in general, I hate when people say, but the critics love it. It's like, I don't care what the critics say, because that's an appeal to authority fallacy. It's the appeal that, oh, well, the critics said it was good, therefore it must be good. Or, well, the critics said it was bad, so therefore it can't possibly be good. And I hate both those mindsets equally, because I don't really give a shit who said a thing. I care about what they said. I do not care who says something. I care about what they actually said. It doesn't matter to me. There's nothing more than an appeal to authority fallacy to say, oh, well, the critics said this, therefore it must be true. And it's even worse when you go for a numbers appeal, in the sense that, well, look at this. Look at this big shiny green number, because I believe the Metacritic score for Apollo Justice Ace Attorney is like 80, I think, which is the high score. But it's like, if you told me, oh, well, look at this. If we assume like 80 people out of 100 gave it that, then it's like, oh, look, 80%, that's a pretty good score. It's like, I don't care that this many people said that it was a great game, because that's an appeal of popularity fallacy. That's saying, oh, well, this many people said this, therefore it must be good. When that doesn't matter, because if I walk into a room with 99 flat earthers and I'm the one, meaning we have a room of 100 people where we're 99 out of 100 people in this room think the earth is flat, but I come along as the one person saying, hey, idiots. The Earth is not flat, the Earth is round. That means that 99% of the people in this room think the Earth is flat. And by these people's twisted logic metrics, that means they must be correct, but they fail to understand that one person, the point I'm trying to make, you know, just next race. So first things first, quick correction, the meta score for Apollo Justice is 78, the user score is 8.0, so I was close, but not exactly correct. But anyway, the one person, if 99% of people say a thing, like, Apollo Justice is a really good game with a really airtight script, with no plot holes whatsoever. One person can come along and say, okay, but like this, these are all errors in the script that all make no sense. That one, if you were to tell me, oh, well, like, you're just one person saying this, so I don't really care what you say, because, like, almost 100% of people think this game is a masterpiece. I don't really care what you have to say. I think I might actually jump off a bridge at that point, because I'm like, what crazy dimension did I wake up in where we go by numerics and not by actual, like, facts and logic and reasoning and evidence and argumentation? Like, what crazy batshit world did I wake up in where no one cares about the actual substantive, no one cares about substance and people just care about the numbers? Because I'm just annoyed because the number one thing I see people say so much is just people throw the, oh, look at the Rotten Tomatoes of Toy Story 4, or look at the Metacritic of Apollo Justice, and whoa, lol, so many people say this, therefore you're wrong. It's like, I don't care how many people say a thing. Because Steam's reviews for the Danganronpa games is like overwhelmingly positive, or at least very positive, even for Ultra Despair Girls. Ultra Despair Girls has very positive reviews on Steam. I don't really care, because if you were to tell me, dude, look at all these people that think the game is great, you're gonna dump on them. It's like, I don't care if people think this game is good or not. It is morally reprehensible. It literally is like, I'm not even gonna go into it. It's like actually gross, the insane, like, morally reprehensible things that game portrays, on top of making no sense and like betraying the intelligence of its player base. And it's just immature to the highest caliber. It's gross. It's manipulative. It's just, if you told me, well, people like it, I don't care. People like it. I really don't care. I really do not give a shit one way or the other how many people say a thing. I'm still gonna say what I believe. I'm gonna speak the truth. I'm gonna present these things to you, whether or not the world thinks it's a masterpiece or not. I've never in my life have I let the popularity or the general population's appeal, or the general public opinion on something, I've never let that sway one way or the other. I've always just spoke the truth and spoke what I believed, regardless of what people say one way or the other. And I'm getting very tired of people saying, oh, but look at all the people that say this, therefore you're wrong. It's like, I'm so sick of people throwing the appeal to popularity fallacy and appeal to authority fallacy in my face. This LP really is just becoming a stream of consciousness for me to vent, isn't it? That's what this is becoming. It's me racing in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but it's really just a stream of consciousness for me to rant is what this is basically turning into. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this, because it's basically just me venting every episode. Anyway, next race, or I guess, sorry, no, these results. I got that mixed up for a second. You collected 1,150 coins, and so a new vehicle customization option has been unlocked, and we'll see what that is in the next video. But for now, that will be it for this episode. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Goodbye.